I'm Derek Jones. Welcome to the Down South Series Outdoor Kitchen right here on Smoky Ribs. We are doing a Texas brisket flat. I got my brisket flat here, and my butcher has done most of the trimming for me, and we're sitting pretty good. Most everything's about a 1/4 inch fat on it, so we're really not going to touch much of this. I might trim a little bit of this off right here. What I'm going to be using is an SPG. This is an SPG from Grillaholics that they just sent out to me to give a try on, and when I tried it the other night, I was like, man, this is actually really good. I said, I'll use this in a video. So we're gonna give a good liberal coat on here now. This is a thick piece of meat. It can handle it. I promise you it can handle it. And the only reason we're going with salt, pepper, garlic, we really want the flavors of that beef to shine through. That's what we're after, right? So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this brisket on the ASMOKE. Man, that Jack Daniel's wood is smelling good. Now we are going fat cap down. Go ahead and shape her up. She will cook just the way you shape her. So we're just gonna close the lid on the ASMOKE here and let her do her thing. Do got it in smoke mode because I am trying to pump as much smoke over the next few hours to this brisket as I can get. It can handle it. We're using a Jack Daniel's pellet on it. It really ought to be really good. Traditionally for a Texas style you would use post oak, but where I'm at, post oak is not readily available to me, and that's where I would normally probably use a pecan and a hickory mix normally, but I'm like, you know what, this Jack Daniel's pellet, it's gonna be great. We're gonna give it a try, and hey, we're gonna let her roll. NewAir USA out of California. A few weeks ago, I reached out to them and we went back and forth through emails, and eventually they have become the new sponsor, or one of the new sponsors for the Down South series here on Smoky Ribs. And one of the first products they sent me a few weeks ago is this NewAir 15-inch all-weather stainless steel outdoor refrigerator for this outdoor kitchen that I am still currently building on. Everything's built. I just got to get everything trimmed around the refrigerator, and that's this weekend's project coming up. You can bet I'm gonna be working on that. But man, you cannot beat this little refrigerator. It is well insulated, holds 32 all day long. That's what I got it set at, and she has never come off of it. Even just a week ago, where we was in temperatures out here of 90 degrees plus, I'd come out here and it would still be at 32 degrees, and I have checked that with some of my other thermometers, and it is very true. I can't say enough about this NewAir refrigerator. I really can't. I mean, this thing, in my opinion, is one of the best investments you can make for your outdoor kitchen. To have a beverage cooler out there, if you want a beverage cooler, this thing will hold 90 cans. 90 cans of beverage, that's a lot of beverages, Hoss. They got some all different types of models, and they got other appliances as well. If you're into wine, they got some really awesome wine coolers, and that's probably one of my next things that I'll be working on, along with a ice machine. Hey, we can't have an outdoor kitchen without a NewAir ice machine, right? You can bet that's coming up. That's the NewAir refrigerator. I'm using the MeatStick thermometer from the MeatStick, and I have a bridge set up here on this pallet that links up to my Wi-Fi, which allows me to use my phone and be able to monitor my temperatures no matter where I go, because I'm in and out all day. Even though I might be here shooting this video, once I'm done 5 minutes from now, I could be on the road running. I run anywhere from 120 to 150 miles a day, so having that MeatStick thermometer and being able to look at everything on my phone and make sure that everything's going good, man, that's invaluable. But right now our internal's at 124, so we're still a long ways from where we need to be at. We're gonna be somewhere around that 164, 165 mark when we're ready to wrap this. I'm not gonna wrap it until I get the color that I want, but it should be somewhere in that mark. And now we're just gonna go back on here, flat side down. So I'm gonna put one on that side, we'll put one right over here. And pretty much what you wanna do with these probes is kind of get them around the center of that meat. So you get a very accurate reading. The MeatStick bridge is beeping at me because it's lost all its temperatures with the lid open, naturally telling me that something's wrong. I'm gonna take this dial, I'm just gonna kick her up to 250 degrees, and we're gonna let this baby finish cooking right here. We will start probing somewhere between 190 and 200. I will start probing and checking for tenderness. It's probably gonna finish out somewhere around 202 is what I'm guessing. That has been the case for a lot of the briskets that I've done, is around 202 seems to be that magic number for me. But hey, it can go all the way up to 210. We have reached temperature. I'm gonna open the pit up, pull this foil back. All I want to do is start probing this meat and see where we're at. I'm gonna get my trusty thermopin here. We'll just see what's going on here. 202, 204. Oh, it's tender on that end. It's all tender, but it could be a little bit more tender on this thicker end. 198 there. 201, 202, 204. She's tender. What I'm gonna do here is just go ahead and shut the pit down. I'm gonna let it rest for 1 hour right here. I will just keep an eye on how hot. If this thing starts cooling off too much, then I will move it over into my ice chest and let it finish resting there. Let all them juices reabsorb back into that meat, and I will see y'all for a taste test here in a little bit. Cut me off a couple slices here. Man, I want y'all to look at this. Look at that smoke ring. That is beautiful. Still plenty of moisture in her. Nice bark. All right, so we're gonna give this brisket a taste test. Oh my God. Look at that. Just pulls right apart. Wow. SPG, that's all it needs. Texas style brisket. I am blown away what the ASMOKE did here today. That was a game changer, leaving that down on the smoke setting at 180 degrees and smoking it for 6 hours. And of course, I threw in the chunk of cherry wood I told you right into the fire pot. Now, you don't have to do that. I'm sure it probably would have turned out just fine. But I have found that little trick and it works for me. It's unorthodox. Nobody throws wood chunks into a pellet grill fire pot, right? I do. We do it right here in the South. That's for damn sure. I want to get a big shout out to our sponsor of this video, NewAir USA. Man, the little refrigerator is amazing and it is very nice having it out here to be able to hold the meats in there. Like I put the brisket in there last night just to keep it cold up to the point that I was ready to pull it out and let it rest, season it, and then let it sit for an hour to let all the temperatures come up to room temp and let that seasoning kind of sweat into the meat before it went on the pit as the pit was heating up. I'm Derek Jones. This is the Down South series here on Smoky Ribs. I will see y'all next week.
Oh, it's delicious. Look at that. It tastes just as good as it looks.
Look at that smoke ring, y'all. Woo!